Hi everybody, I'm Russ Barton, Senior Nutrition Scientist at USANA Health Sciences. Today I want to take just a few minutes to tell you about one of my very favorite nutritional products, BiOmega. It's our premium fish oil supplement. And I'll explain exactly what BiOmega is and why you should consider it as part of your daily diet and supplement routine. In addition to essential vitamins and minerals, there are certain fats that are considered essential. One of them is linoleic acid, which is an omega-6 fatty acid, and the other is alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which is an omega-3 fatty acid. ALA is considered essential, but just as important are certain fats that the body converts from ALA, and those you may know as EPA, or eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. Today I'm going to focus on omega-3 fats, and in particular EPA and DHA, since they're the primary active ingredients in our BiOmega. So why focus on omega-3s? A typical Western diet provides a large amount of omega-6 fatty acids, but omega-3s are a lot harder to get in a standard Western diet. This is important not only because we need the omega-3s, but because these essential fats work together best when they're in a proper balance. So where do we find these essential fats in the diet? Well, omega-6s are found in large amounts in most plant oils, nuts, seeds, and foods like peanut butter, avocados, or eggs. Omega-3s, mostly as ALA, are found in nuts, seeds, and plant oils like flaxseed, chia seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3s, mostly as EPA and DHA, are found in fish and other seafood, especially cold water fatty fish. Unfortunately, if you are getting some ALA from plant sources, it isn't converted to EPA and DHA very efficiently. And that's the main reason supplements focus on fish oil and dietary recommendations emphasize seafood consumption. However, in reality, very, very few people consistently eat enough fatty fish to get recommended levels of omega-3s. And to make it even harder, the best sources of EPA and DHA include just a few species of fish. If you don't know what they are, you would definitely be in the majority. Surveys show that over 90% of people can't accurately name the fish that provide the highest levels of omega-3s. If you've been taking a fish oil, you may know that salmon, mackerel, herring, sardines, anchovies, and tuna are some of the best sources. From looking at populations that consume these types of fish on a regular basis, we clearly see that regular intake of fatty fish supports heart health. In fact, studies have shown that people who consume seafood at least once a week maintain heart health better than people who consume seafood only rarely or never. These and earlier studies showing the benefits of seafood consumption and omega-3s are the reason for the vast amount of research on the topic. Tens of thousands of studies have been published on omega-3s in just the past few decades. Even with all the research and public health recommendations, though, the majority still don't fully understand the fact that you need adequate omega-3 levels to support normal health. Maybe it's because it isn't as easy as thinking about vitamin C deficiency and scurvy, or calcium deficiency negatively influencing bone health. But there are potential consequences of inadequate omega-3s. One study conducted by Harvard researchers suggested that sufficient omega-3 intake may be more important for a healthy lifespan than we realize. Based on the research, getting adequate omega-3s may be just as important for long-term health as getting our fruits and vegetables, lowering our trans fats and saturated fat, and drinking alcohol responsibly. In addition to understanding the importance of omega-3s, or it's easy to understand the importance of omega-3s when you know how widespread their function is throughout the whole body and how many body systems they influence. Omega-3s are crucial early on in development. DHA, for example, is essential for normal development of the eyes and brain, specifically neural membranes. EPA is important in the development of and support of cognitive function, mood, bone, skin, and heart health. It also supports normal inflammatory processes. It's just easier to think of omega-3s as being important for the brain, the heart, and the vascular system. It's safe to say that anybody with a brain or a heart should be getting adequate levels of omega-3s in their diet. If you don't eat enough of the right type of fish regularly, and few people do, the BiOmega is a great way to get omega-3s in your diet. And it also provides other nutrients that make it a premium fish oil product. BiOmega contains 60% omega-3s or 1,200 milligrams of EPA, DHA, and other omega-3s in every 2-capsule daily dosage. This dosage is in line with the most commonly recommended dosage of a half to a gram a day of omega-3s to support good heart health. In addition to the omega-3s, we also add vitamin D. Some fish are a good dietary source of vitamin D, so we add it for more completeness. The oil is sourced from wild-caught, sustainable deep-sea fish. Currently, those fish are sardines and anchovies. Because the flavor of fish can be off-putting to some people, we also add a small amount of lemon oil. This just helps mask the flavor of the fish, especially the aftertaste. Our BiOmega is also highly purified to ensure that it's the purest oil possible. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. All of these points combine to make BiOmega beneficial in supporting good mental and physical health. The BiOmega is also a whole body oil, not just a fish liver oil. In other words, the oil is taken from the whole body of the fish, not extracted solely from the liver. Fish liver oils, like cod liver oil, are a different product class entirely. And one of the reasons we use a body oil is that impurities concentrate in the liver. By using a body oil and choosing small fish with short lifespans, the oil starts out cleaner and better as a starting raw material than from larger fish. Then, to make sure the fish oil is as pure as possible, it's purified using a technique called high vacuum molecular distillation. This process, and in our case done twice, effectively eliminates unsafe levels of heavy metals like mercury and arsenic, organic contaminants, pesticides, and other impurities. And one of the other great things about this technique is that the fish oil isn't exposed to prolonged and excessive heat, which can oxidize the oil and reduce many of its benefits. Because of the purity of the oil and the way it's purified, we can guarantee the freshness for the entire 2-year shelf life. And we test each batch specifically for oxidation before it's ever sent to market. To add another layer of quality, we use a fish oil that's verified through the USP verification program. A question that comes up often, mostly due to internet and YouTube posts, is the form of the fish oil. We use different forms in our various markets, but in North America and most countries, it's the form known as ethyl esters. That's the form that's the most widely researched, the most commonly used, and is even found in the prescription fish oil products. Naturally occurring fish oil is in the triglyceride form, but it isn't possible to purify and concentrate it without altering the form. And we've already discussed the purpose and benefit of purifying the oil. It's possible to add another step and re-esterify the purified oil with triglycerides, making it appear more natural on the label. But according to the majority of research, this just simply isn't necessary, nor does it make it significantly better. With either form, fish oil is generally well absorbed at about 60 to 80%. Assuming equal quality, the triglyceride form may be slightly better on an empty stomach. However, when taken with a meal, which we generally recommend anyway, the difference in absorption essentially disappears. And in people that have just started taking a fish oil supplement or who don't eat fish regularly, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to establish a good steady blood level of omega-3s. Once those blood levels are established, the potential difference between the ethyl ester form and the triglyceride form is insignificant. So as long as it's taken with a meal and taken consistently, there's really no difference in the absorption or benefit of the fish oil regardless of the form. Again, this is assuming an equal quality. In our opinion, unless you are the rare individual that eats a healthy quantity of fatty fish consistently, a premium high-quality fish oil should be considered an essential part of your daily regimen, along with the cell essentials and vitamin D. You can be confident that for yourself, your family, and your customers, BiOmega contains the right dose of high-quality, safe, and effective omega-3s along with vitamin D that you need to support your health. Thank you for your time, and stay safe and healthy, everybody.